I was 19, and I remember like he threw me a matchup I had never seen. I'll never forget. I was like, can't beat this guy. He wiped the floor with me that game.
It's like, yo, welcome to the big leagues, my boy. Rahimovic from Goal USA. We got a very special guest in the building. My brother, Jozy Altidore. How you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Man, I've always looked up to you as a player, as a person, and man, I just always want to give you flowers, man.
I appreciate that.
Of course, man. So we're gonna hop into some quick five-a-side games.
I'm ready. Let's
All right, let's get it. We're gonna compare current global players, all right? We got Messi or Ronaldo?
Both.
Both?
Yeah.
Why you say that? Yeah.
We talk about this a lot, but for me, they're different players.
I feel like for Ronaldo, everybody comes down to like work ethic, and I feel like you're not really born that way. You know what I'm saying? You have to just work for that. You work hard as a player. But for Messi, everybody's saying that's more of like innate talent.
100%.
If you had to choose one though, who would you
If I had
choose?
to choose one, that's so unfair. Messi.
Mbappe or Haaland?
I think Haaland is going to develop more. I think he has a lot more of his striker game he can improve. Mbappe is more a finished product right now. Mbappe.
Yeah. Bukayo Saka or Phil Foden? I feel like this question is so important, especially with the way England's playing right now in the Euros, man. They've been kind of struggling.
If I'm just going off last season, I mean, Foden has been balling.
Yeah, man. Honestly,
I got to give him that. He's been really, really good. It's been really fun to watch, too.
All right, now we're going to do Copa America versus Euros. We got Kylian Mbappe or Vinny Jr.
Ooh, I got to go with Vinny.
You're going with Vinny?
I'm going with Vinny right now. It's tough, man. I don't like these things because Mbappe is a top player, right? It's not like he's not a top player. But again, right, looking at Vinny, going to Real Madrid, 2 Champions Leagues, it's not easy. It's not an easy thing to do.
We got Robert Lewandowski or Lautaro Martinez.
Are these for like now or overall?
Let's do now.
Right now,
Yeah.
today, in this moment?
Yeah.
Tough one, man. I go Lewandowski.
Yeah, still to this day?
Yeah. Even though he's a bit old, yeah, he's a great striker.
We'll do Marc-Andre Ter Stegen or Emiliano Martinez from Aston Villa.
I like Emilio, man. I like the antics, but I'm gonna go Ter Stegen.
For me, I don't like the antics, bro.
I like it. Like if you're on his team, it's great,
Yeah.
right? But I agree with you. If you're against it, it looks kind of silly. And that's actually, I like it, but I go Ter Stegen because less of the show, more professional. And I think that works 9 times out of 10.
All right, we got all-time global legends that we're comparing now. We got Pelé or Maradona?
Oh, man, these questions. Pelé, man. World Cup winner at 16, that's
I feel like growing up in a Caribbean household and like you could kind of relate to this. All of our dads would talk about Pelé. Yo, you watch all the games. I'm like, Dad, this is in black and white. Like, what am I supposed to be looking at? You know what I'm saying? I remember I saw a video on YouTube. It was like, Pelé has done all the skills that you've already seen in modern football. And I was like, oh shoot, like he was really pulling this out like in the 60s and like he wasn't getting no inspiration. This is straight from him.
Straight from him. And then some of the pressure, I watched this documentary and I saw Maradona's as well, but some of the pressures Pelé had to deal with from the government of Brazil they put on him, right? It's crazy. And to be dealing with that at that age, in the time of transition Brazil was in, it puts him that much higher in my book.
Literally, man, Brazil labeled him as a national treasure, so he would never play overseas. We got Zidane or Ronaldinho?
These are some good battles, man. I would go Ronaldinho, man.
You saw him play when he was at Barcelona.
That's going to be hard to repeat. The way he played, I don't know if we're going to see another player with that type of style for a long time.
Xavi or Iniesta?
Ooh, 2 top players. I'm going to go Iniesta, though. Twinkle toes right there, man.
And
you can't tackle that guy.
I gotta follow this up because
he was dirty.
You played against these two in almost their prime and beat them. I remember this game to this day.
I like him.
Yeah, come on, listen. This play, I remember this to this day. The ball's coming in the air. You hold it up on the center back. It goes to Clint Dempsey. And you guys score, man. What was kind of your tactical knowledge of Spain, and how did you guys kind of go into that game to prepare? Because you guys are obviously playing against the best team in the world.
Yeah.
Former Euro champions. What was your mentality going to that?
We were excited, to be honest, like me especially, like I was going against a bunch of my teammates because a bunch of Villarreal players were on the other team. So it's weird. For a big game like that, I was super relaxed because I know so many of the guys on the other side of the field. So I remember the guys just being so excited because we knew everybody at home would be watching. We felt really good about it. We knew we had our threats and we prepared really well. So obviously it was an amazing memory, one of the biggest wins ever, so yeah.
That game for me was so significant because it was you against 2 of the top center backs at Spain at the time, Sergio Ramos, Puyol, and you're literally just manhandling both of them. And we're like, and we haven't had a striker on the US men's national team who could really do that since then. And honestly, you've kind of just paved the way for a lot of strikers, especially for me, growing up being a striker, seeing how you played against them, man. So much love to you, brother.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. So now we got build a baller. So I'm going to give you a part of the body. You're going to give me a player for that. Left foot.
Messi.
Right foot.
Ronaldinho.
Speed.
Bernard Mendy. I don't know if you remember
Bernard
that dude.
Mendy, the left back from France.
One of the fastest players I've ever seen in my life. This guy was a joke.
Yo, that's insane ball
Bernard
knowledge.
Mendy is crazy.
I remember that. I know who that is. Yeah.
Bernard. It's like I fit, man.
A lot of people don't know. If you know, you know. That's like around what, 06, 07?
One of the fastest players I've ever played with. He was a joke.
Skill.
Ronaldinho, and then I'll put asterisk Freddie Adu. Just talent with the ball, coldest.
And football IQ.
I'm gonna say Italian defenders. I know that sounds weird, bro.
You know
but
what?
let me tell you something. Every time I played Italy, I don't know how these guys do it, man. It's like you turn around, they're already there breathing. I'm like, how? Like, what's going on? It always seemed like they had 20 players.
Who was harder for you to play against, Puyol or Cannavaro?
Cannavaro by far. He was smaller than me, and I was like, I'm gonna wreck this dude, you know? But he was strong, and then he was just so smart. He never got close enough to me where I could like know where he was at. I was 19, and I remember like he threw me a matchup I had never seen. Right? He didn't want any contact. Right? He played a couple yards, so I couldn't run by him, and that was, I remember, I'll never forget. I was like, man, this guy, I can't beat this guy, you know. And that was my first real taste of like somebody that was just, you know, he wiped the floor with me that game.
It's like, yo, welcome to the big leagues, my boy.
He wiped the floor with me. That Italy, USA Confederations Cup. I think we lost 3-1, and yeah, man, that was a tactical masterclass.
Winner stays on Copa America edition. James Rodriguez or Alejandro Garnacho?
It's tough, man. I'm gonna go Garnacho, man.
Garnacho, okay, you going with the young blood?
Yeah, he's doing really well right now. Young kid. I like promoting the youth.
We got Garnacho or Pulisic?
Come on, man. You can't ask me that.
My fault, OG. My fault, OG.
Come on, Pulley.
We got Pulley or Julian Alvarez.
What I just tell you, man? Come
Hey,
on, man.
We gonna keep it coming.
Come on, man. Captain America all day.
Pulisic or Moises Caicedo?
Captain America all day.
Pulisic or Lautaro Martinez?
Captain America. Come on, man.
Pulisic or Leon Bailey?
Oh, listen, that's a tough one. Leon Bailey.
You see, look, you was about to say,
yeah, man. No, I'm just kidding. That's a tough one. Leon Bailey. No, let me tell you why. I've watched a little bit of what he's done in Aston Villa. You know, to take them to Champions League, you know, you got to give him big ups the last 2 seasons. I mean, he's been spectacular. And then even what he's tried to do with Jamaican national team, I'm still taking Pulley, you know, USA. But if there was a tie, that would be the closest one so far.
Pulisic or Rodrigo?
I mean, for their national teams, I'm going Pulisic.
Pulisic or Alphonso Davies?
Ooh, that's another tough one. Because I'm a big fan of Canada. I got a soft spot for Canada.
You got love for Canada.
I got love for Canada. And not only that, like, again, I'm a big story guy. And look at Alfonso's story. He came from the Whitecaps. You know, I'm going to go draw, man. What he's doing for Canada and soccer in Canada cannot be understated. That has to be recognized. And it's equally as important to me as what the American players are trying to do here.